you're paying basically Fed funds rate, plus or minus 0.5%, and you're loaning it out at 5 to 6 to 7 to 8%. So you're making a lot of money on that.
Okay, got it. Even though that's like much smaller portion, you're still putting that into equation. That's why you see these like 60 basis point on return on cash, even when the Fed rate was 60 basis.
Right, and it also makes it really hard to back calculate because you'll see that percentage to assets kind of flops around, and you can't figure out the underlying formula. Doesn't seem to make sense. But what's happening is that margin loans are high when the market's going up and people are excited, and it goes down when they get scared.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you so much. That actually helped me resolve that big piece of puzzle. I was like, why is that so high when Fed fund rate is like so? Because you also have to, as someone who's standalone, like Apex Drive Wealth, they have to split some of that return with broker dealer as well, like for some of the larger ones, is my understanding.
For the larger accounts, they would. All the smaller ones, I think they.
Yeah, they're like price. They have to be price takers. The small hedge fund RIA or smaller broker dealer. Got it. Okay, that makes so much more sense now. Thank you. Yeah. So, like to summarize today's conversation, so you don't always want people to sweep their money if you don't have a bank, because now you're capped to that 25 basis point.
Right.
And then if the investor is not sweeping their cash, then they will invest in the back end to the money market, and they will split that amount into broker dealer and custodian if the broker dealer is large enough.
That's correct. And you say they're investing in money markets. Actually, what they're usually investing in first is the margin loans, and then after that they'll go into the market and they'll invest in other
CDs.
Yeah, and
CDs,
well, actually not even CDs. It has to be less than 7 days. And so most is overnight money, but it's not necessarily money markets. It's more like
got it. Understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paper.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not, also less than 7 days is typical for those. Yeah, that makes sense because of the brokerage account is volatile.
Yes, in fact, it's required. They have to keep it very liquid. So.
Okay, understand. Then if they had banking, then they will try to sweep that deposit into the cash balance into banking deposit, cash sweep, because the spread on that, like underwritten loan and versus deposit rate is way higher. It's like 200 basis points.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's all from me. Thank you I really appreciate it because that was the biggest piece of puzzle staring at the P&L. So.
Yeah, and you can actually calculate it out if you can find the margin balance and look at what the margin rates are that they're earning. Sometimes they'll disclose that in 10Ks.
Okay.
Then you can get to what the equivalent rate is for the balance of the assets.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's actually good thought. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a good rest of the day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.